Hello again, YouTube, and welcome to the second episode of our Beyond Reality Gregtech Let's Play. First I'll start with an important thing I forgot to mention last time that I may have been confusing with, and that is when I said I went through dungeons. I forgot to mention that I have been playing this pack in peaceful, because I want to focus on building the technology of Gregtech, and going through the world and building structures. I don't want to have to focus on lighting up the tiniest of areas and then dying to a mob that just gets annoying to me. So that's why I've been playing on peaceful. So when I find those dungeons, I end up just breaking the spawners for those 3 dungeons. And then I take the loot out, or for the other one in the cave, I just took the loot out of it, because the loot helps me progress, but overall I need to build the machines to use any of that material that I get from them, and most of the material isn't that big, but I think that in the future, I might turn on mobs if I go into any more dungeons, because later in this episode, I will be showcasing a dungeon I found and got quite a decent amount of loot from, but there is actually another level to it that I haven't gone through yet. So, we'll do that. But to begin the actual part of this episode, I started with doing Thaumcraft, which the clip will go on, and so how I started with it. And make last file. Get a scribing tools. We need iron nuggets. Gonna need and I am out of fuel. So I actually made an upgrade for it. It's called I made an input queue and a charger, and this will store some charge. Let's see how it's charging. Let it get up to 1. So it has 1 charge. If I put it in anything in there that's smeltable, it'll instantly smelt it. Which with 1 in there, it's not the most useful one, but you can put up to 8, which that will actually let it so I'll have a stack instantly. Rain. And now we have a wand. Need a table. We need more slabs. Okay, now we have our tables. Okay. So, Elementum and Nightware. Well, before we even get started, let's make our tool we need. And water source. So we need a phenometer. There we go. Okay. And I'm just gonna sew these first few things on camera. I'm gonna try not to research going forward on camera. I think it takes potentia. A piece of coal somewhere. I think I turned on magnet mode at some point. Yeah. Potentia. There. Yeah, Elementum. I think we need to scan something like iron. Turn that off. Okay. No, I don't have. Need to study crystals. For that. Now we can study 10. Yep, that unlocked it. Probably need to learn magic. Empty things. Okay. Yep. Let's see. Metal will be Patrius. Ordo. Nidor. Let's see. Towards. Okay. Let's metal transformation. Potentia. Let's try copper. Patrius. Ordo. Let's see what's in the book now. Maybe this one. Ooh. Water, earth, life. Study plant. Let's try a poppy. Spirits. Well, there we go. I think we're going to need arbor for charcoal transmutation. Yes. Herba. And then life. With this air. Let's scan lapis. Census Spiritus. Death. I put that too close. Okay. Okay, so this is how far I wanted to go, and because steel transmutation is going to be a lot easier in material cost than making blast furnaces. So also, let's see if steel transmutation opens up those click to learns for other Gregtech metals. Let's order. Two. And yes, I'm just being inefficient with these. Let's use life. Let's see what this opens up. So, I guess we can't learn the other ones until we scan their nuggets or something like that. But this is probably a really easy transmutation. Because, let's see. Those don't have it. Let's try these. So, yeah, we can make it using stone and iron. So, I think that's a good point for doing Thaumcraft on camera. I mean, I'm just gonna have to scan a ton of things to learn the other. Say I have 15. That's 19. Yeah, there's like 34 more aspects. Oh, and yeah, we have this. So, I don't think we have forbidden. We don't have forbidden magic, so there's no extra aspects. Wise concerning that. Yeah, so and it's gonna need more permutation. Where is this? I wonder if soybean. These probably all have something like life. No. I need to study man. Man. What had man on it? Ooh. No, it's life. It's not really inefficient to do it this way because it can still give us the 2 bonus ones, and then we can get more from scanning stuff. So it's modus plus life, and bestia plus cognito. No, I need to study tools. Soybean. Okay, so I think pretty much any sort of plant like that is going to end up having permutation on it, isn't it? And I don't really know how painful it is to watch someone doing Thaumcraft. Or, like, I'm not sure if it's the simply doing it or watching someone derp through it. I think pretty much everyone has seen it a lot. So that's probably why they're tired of watching it. Let's see. Let's try learning. Let's just order. Lead. Yeah, so learning these is going to end up unlocking other let's see what copper gives us. Copper doesn't give us stuff. But they unlock the higher metals. So like that will unlock nickel. So after that first part of research that I did on camera, I spent some time off camera getting enough aspect points to complete all the research that got me these. So with this, I can, once I find a sample of any of these metals, or create one, then I can make more using aspects. So, say I want to make more battery alloy. And they tend to be metallum and then like primal aspects for these simple ones. So like Lucrum that's actually not a primal aspect, but they tend to either be something like Lucrum or some sort of metal aspect. So yeah, I was completely wrong with them all being primal. So yeah, they contain some sort of metal aspect like vitreous or lucrum or something like zone. Yeah, they just contain whatever this contains. But that leads to this advanced transmutation, which in itself it doesn't have anything. And I think that all that opened up was aluminum, which can't really get the first aluminum until we have a blast furnace. But then you can duplicate it using this alchemical recipe if we really need to, and it will use a lot less power overall, because all we'll need to use is like a piece of coal to burn down something into these aspects. So that's what I did in Thaumcraft for the first thing. And then in the oh, also something I use to get wood is this, because paper using sugarcane is terribly inefficient because you need to make this. It takes 3. Yeah, and this takes 1 log to make a piece of paper, but that almost seems easier to me than the what's it called? Yeah, but sugarcane one. Oh, also I kind of showed that off for a moment. This is what I made in the second episode part. We got into a bit of the Bronze Age machines. So now the clip where I make those will be shown. To make is yeah. Also, I think I learned all the aspects except for this one, which if I scan something with it, I'll end up learning it. So there's really no need to know what it is right now. But you need to start with steam machines. Let's see. Let's not get that first. Let's get one of these first. We're going to need bricks in a furnace. Go with this. Clay. Probably going to need bricks for all these steam machines. I looked at the large run, spoiler. Not. So, just a ton of bronze. Which, after we get this, I say we go for this. Yeah, we can make that. Regular crystal. Because that drastically decreased the cost in the long run of getting the rest of the steam machines. Oh. Now we'll need to make another hammer. What do I have? I think I'll make it out of steel, because we just learned that, and it's probably pretty durable. Yeah. So we need bricks. Two bricks. So, this is our first machine. Actually, now we have Palmic inventory scanning. Scan all the things. And yes, there's Thaumcraft integration to like almost every machine item. So let's see. We're not going to want to place these in the open because I do not trust that. I'm just going to make a tiny platform here to start with. Okay. We need to place water in there first. These can hold a ton of water. Apparently. Let's just start with 4 pieces. Put a piece of coal in there. There we go. And dark acids. These can probably be centrifuged, but they're not useful at first. So Clean up. Let's go. Make some bronze pipes. I made it run off camera too. Copper. Oh no, we have enough to make more. With more than one set. Whole brace on that. Get one more. 10 ingot. And there. And we put back our excess copper. Make more bronze. Okay, so we need rinse. Oh, and the ham. What type was this other? Oh, I think I'm gonna go with small for first for these. And I might need to set an output part of this. So okay. Let's see. More bronze. It's Ford's hammer. So let's see. That's going to be 16 plus 12. 28 more bronze plus 34 iron plus 36. Nah, I can probably make piston out of nickel. Nickel might count as the hard metals you're allowed to use. Let's see, we need wood for it too. I think I'm out of wood again. Oh, I'm gonna cut here. Okay, so change of what I want to go for first. So the bending machine is not what I need to get bronze plates cheaper. That's the metal bender I was looking on. The hammer thing that I was looking at was actually which one was it? This one, Steam Force Hammer. This will not cheapen the cost. That's just a compressor which we'll need. This is just an automatic hammer. So it will cheapen, like, we won't have to make hammers anymore. But it won't help us make plates. So instead, I'm going to go for the... where is it? The alloy smelter. Which, it needs one of these brick bronze hulls. Oh, it needs a rinse. Hammer. Use a hammering mill. So next we need more bronze. Because I don't have enough to continue. So I need to make more bronze. And also this requires the 2 furnaces. So bronze. And to do that I need a hammer. Also, to get my paper for Thaumcraft, because this is a inefficient recipe doing this way. Yeah, I've been putting logs in here. So 1 log to 1 paper. Seems a lot easier to me to get a log and press it than wait for sugar cane to grow, and it takes like you need at least 6 sugar cane to get paper. So it's just that's an easier way for me to speed up my water in there, speed up my progress. So it's copper, some tin dust. That's what a lot of the Bronze Age is gonna be. And I probably won't be crafting many of the machines for each age, only like one of the few ones I need to actually progress. So I think that's the alloy smelter in this Bronze Age one. So yeah, look at all these. But the actual thing to progress would be like. So do I have? It's 1 copper, 4 redstone. Let's see how fast it is. It's probably extremely slow and loud. So yeah, red alloy ingots. Yeah, you use them to make this. But what you need are these plates, and you cut them into so hard to find what I need. You cut them into these, and then you make nansips. With these nansips, you can make your first electronic circuits, which takes a steel plate and copper cables. Oh, you can make IC2 copper cables. So it's probably more efficient to use those for the because these I think it takes a whole 2 ingots to get 1 of, but with the copper cables you can make like, let's see, you can make it for free for 6 ingots total instead of for 12. But I think it takes more rubber, something like that. But yeah. So now we have an alloy smelter. And to go from there, this is probably what we want next. It's more bronze. So I have not found the tin vein yet, I don't think. Um, yeah, I don't think I found the 10 veins. I mark like everything I find, but there's probably one in the mountains over here. So might go looking through here and see if I can find a 10 vein, because I cannot really progress with only 3 more 10 or 4 more 10. Well, I'm gonna take my hammer because I use it for prospecting. But what's the actual name for a 10 ore? We don't get it. Yeah, so I probably won't find it in any eye, but I will figure that out off camera, and I will find the vein and bring back when I
Okay,
find it.
so this video is also recorded in the future, and it's to show the dungeon that I found and went through in just to get the loot to help us forward. I never did find that 10 vein, but I hope to find it before I record the next video, because, well, I did get a bit of 10 and bronze from this dungeon. It didn't really get me to where I needed to be, but basically, this dungeon is a half maze. With there's chests of various loot types, like this one. I missed some stuff. But yeah, various spawners, which they take forever to break with Gregtech installed. Which is kind of why I dislike that change, because this dungeon would be really hard to go through. It's like, see, there's only 2 pixels and I've been hitting it for a few seconds. Yeah, so there's just various amounts of loot in these chests. And this is on the first level, which I'll sell the loot after I go back to my base. But there's a second level, which I haven't gone through much. I think I went through 1 or 2 chests in this level. I'm not completely sure. But yeah, so this is one of their chests that has things like that. So it'll probably light up all the spawners, but yeah, so things like copper and vibrant alloy and stuff all in here. Which I think I might just leave the dungeon, because a lot of this metal stuff here seems to be a bit harder to, like, harder metals to find, such as chrome and neodymium, which I don't think neodymium is available in the overworld, like, as an ore. I think it only spawns in the end. So can't really use it though until I have like one of the higher tier blast furnaces, because I think it needs that to needs like the highest heat to heat it up, and it's used in stuff like superconducting wires. But yeah, it's just kind of spawns in this little house-like structure that's fallen apart. There's just a ladder that goes down to those. It was near those mountains, in between both of them. And now I'll go sauce the loot I got from the first level, which is everything in this chest. Most of this stuff I could get, like, or alloy. So like all these first metals I could alloy already. These I could. This I couldn't, and I couldn't alloy any of these. These are just ores. These smelt into gold nuggets. Need to make a coke oven to do that. I got a division sigil. Oh, that'll be useful in the future. Some other assorted things. I'm gonna open these. They probably contain that one ender pearl I need in order to actually create a table. Let's see what's in the commons. Yeah, these contains quite a bit of ender pearls actually in the commons. Let's see if what's in the uncommon treasure. An emerald and a potion of strength. And in the rare, what will we get? A V-stone and some gold nuggets. Okay. Let's just put that on for now. So now we have those ender pearls that we'll need to set up a table. And that is probably where I am going to end this episode. So yeah, we got our Thaumcraft alchemy, and we got into a steam bronze age. I think these don't have any steam left in them. But yeah, it's like it generates all these things for alloying. It's like it's so hard to navigate through anything you need. But with this, now we could actually make those bottles or ingots or stuff that require it. Okay, interesting. Yeah. There's just all those molds. And I think the next thing I might try to get for steam machines is a mace raider. But I will probably end up crafting them off camera. Because I sold one steam machine and a lot of them are made in the same way. They take these fluid pipes, a hull, and probably a furnace. What did I look at? A small coal boiler or a steam furnace. So yeah, that I probably wouldn't end up using, but I might make one of these. Probably going to make one of these because I found the diamonds in that dungeon. I'm probably also gonna make like the steam extractor. Yeah, see how they all take like basically a piston, bronze hull, and fluid pipes, which I think I made all of those for this, except for took a brick hull instead. So eventually I might get up. I'm probably gonna need to make one of these for generating enough steam to actually get into the electrical aids, because I think you start with these steam turbines. Yeah, these would generate RF, but the only RF machines we really have are Ender IO and probably AE, maybe something else, because we don't have thermal expansion. I think that the way you can make these things is kind of interesting, because some of the things for them take like chrome or stainless steel in them, so you need like a higher blast furnace to even make the Gregtech food. You can make improved steam machines. I might not need to do that though, because might be able to get into the electrical aids without it, and by then, we're gonna be able to expand our machines a lot easier once we get a forge hammer or bender and stuff like that, because it will drastically decrease the cost of our machines. So that's why I'm not gonna really stay too long in the bronze age if I don't have to. But it's also why I'm
going to use some of this loot, like the copper and gold, but I can't really use these yet because I'm not a high enough tech level to have made them. So there's not really. So it also means I'm not really high enough tech level to use them. But yeah. So I think I'm gonna end the episode off here, and I will sort out all this, and I will probably make a few more machines. But nothing higher than Steam-made stuff. So, goodbye, everyone, and thank you for watching.